Alright guys, so this is a tutorial on how to set up Discord bot with JDA Java library. Initially what you want to do is you want to download this jar right here, specifically the one with dependencies, because that will prevent you from having to go find the separate sources that this library requires. So you want to open up IntelliJ. In this video, I'm going to use IntelliJ. You can use Eclipse. There's just a different process behind it. For the most part, it's the same. So when you get to this screen, what you want to do is create a new project. You want to place it in any location. None of this has to be selected unless you want to make a favorite project or something specific. For this tutorial, I'm just going to keep it simple. Go next, and then wherever you want to first one, you want to identify where you want to save this project. I'm doing tutorials in this case. You can name the project anything you like. I'm going to name it Discord bot, just something simple, just for the tutorial. So back over here, when you download this, it should save to your downloads folder. Now if you go to wherever you saved your project, you double click on that. There should be a .idea or maybe .eclipse in the Eclipse scenario, and a source folder. Source folder is where all your code goes. What you want to do is outside is create a new folder, call it libs, stands for library. You can name it whatever you'd like, but you want to put your jar file into this folder. Now you want to sync up Discord. You want to sync up IntelliJ with the jar files by going to File, Project Structure, Libraries, Add from Java. Sorry, it doesn't say from Java, it says Java, and then libs. Click OK. This is that folder. It'll tell you that it'll give you a confirmation. Just click OK. Click OK once again. That will enable the folder to the jar file to be part of the project now. Now, what you want to do is right-click this, right-click source, because this is where all your classes go and your packages. We don't need a package in this case since this is a small tutorial, but you can read up on those if you'd like. Right-click, click Java class. Name, I'm going to name it something small like connection, and I'm going to create a second class, call it constants, okay? Constants, just so I can keep my token in here and keep it simple. Public static void public static final string token equals. We'll get this right now actually. So JDA allows you to either have a self bot or a external bot. In this case, in my bot, what I did was I created it based on this, which is a self bot, which is my user. But you could also do it with an actual bot, as in like this bot right here. It's the bot that I have. This bot over here, it's an actual bot. You can send it to multiple users. In this video, I'm going to focus on those type of bots. What you want to do is now go to this web URL. It'll be in the description. Create a new app. Name it anything you want your bot to be. Call it dankbot maybe. Create the app. And now it says great. It's been created. Now what you need out of all of this is to create a bot user. Click yes, do it. And then you want the token. Token can be copied and pasted into this in between the quotation marks right over here. Click Control S to save, and let's get into the connection now. Create the main method, call it JDA, because that's the Discord connection class. Name it Discord, set it equal to null, and then I'm gonna put this on the second line for a good reason, and I'll show you in a bit. Create a new JDA builder, and this is in this parentheses goes the account type as seen over here at the top. In this case, I was talking about this bots and this clients. The client is you, and the bot is the bot over here. So in this case, I'm using the bot, so I'll set it to account type .bot dot set token, set it to constants dot discord token dot build blocking. Build blocking, what that does is it stops the code from running, and it stops anything else from happening and going further until this connection has been made. When I click on this, sorry, you want to click on this and then click surround with try catch, so it generates this. E.print stack trace, all it does is it prints out the error information if any of these, if a login exception has an interrupted exception or rate limited exception happens. It'll just print out the error. You can go work with that after. And now, what you want to do is add a Discord, add an event listener. But first we need to create that event listener. So right click source, create new Java class file. Call it something like message receive whatever, just message responder, something simple. And what you want to do is extend the class called, sorry, let me just get it right over here, listener adapter. Listener adapter. Then in any of these, there are all of these types of methods available. Now, each of these, for depending on what your scenario is an example code over here. Depending on what you want the bot to do, you use a certain type of message. There's on disconnect, so what you want to do upon disconnection of the web client connection. Or there's a whole load of methods in here. In this case, most people want the bot to respond to a user. So what I would do is use the on message received event method. So we'll create that right now. Public void on message received event e, call it e or event. We'll just go with event actually. And what most bots have is that they have a sort of command system where if you type a certain phrase, the bot will respond in the corresponding way. So want the message, we'll save it as a string message equal to event dot get message, but that's not it. It's dot get content as well, because the get message has a bunch more methods. If the message dot starts with, we'll go with let's go with hello, just for a simple just for a tutorial, right? Let's get the username now. Set it equal to event.getAuthor.getName, and we'll create our message response back. Set it equal to name plus hello and welcome to this tutorial. So now you want the bot to respond to the actual user. So what you do is type event.getTextChannel.sendMessage response .q. Don't ever forget q, because in this library it works as you get a REST action and then you want to queue it up, so then it sends that message without having to break through a rate limit. A rate limit is anything that is when you're restricted by the host. In this case it's Discord, so they don't want you to send too many requests or you're spamming them, so they rate limit you. So you want to queue it up, so then this library handles the rate limiting, so you don't have to worry about that. It's worry free. You just have to remember to queue. There's also the .complete method. This gives you a response back, because .q is actually a void, as you can see over here. A void is anything that does not have a response. .complete will actually give us the message back. Sorry. Okay. Now we could do stuff with this message. We could write system.out.println message1.getContent just to see if our response is right. But in this case, let's just Control Z it all back. We just want to send the message, and we could test it by looking at the server itself. Q. Okay. Now you want to add this as a new message responder, and that should be good. But now you don't want to forget that you have to actually add the bot to this server. So there's a small URL. It'll be in the description. What you do is you copy paste this into the URL of your browser. The client ID is up here, and it goes in here. Now, as you can see, like, it's a scope bot and there's permission 0. That means you don't give the bot any admin permissions, and it is a bot, so it's not a user. You click enter, it'll say, do you want to add it in? It's gotta wait a bit. You want to add it into any of your servers? Let's go with test 12312 because that's my test server. Click authorize. Now it'll give you a confirmation message. It'll be in here now. So I want to run it by clicking this arrow just to test out our code, see if our code is working. A console should pop up and it should say that JDA is connecting, just as a confirmation. Yep, here's the console. Finish loading. And let's just test it out. .hello. Boom. Now this is the bot's response. Now there are multiple ways of doing this. You don't need an if, because this will get really spammy at the end of it. But if you just want to make a small bot that doesn't like really require any complex, like a bunch of commands, it's just like simple hello and or like a rock paper scissors or something. You could just go with if else if. Otherwise, you might want a different method of doing this. But that's all for that. If you guys have any questions, you can leave it in the comments and I'll respond to them. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, guys.